Good morning, YouTube, you sexy mama jammas. I'm feeling funky this morning. I just don't want to. But, nevertheless, it's now Thursday, August 7th, 2025. It is 8:09 in the a.m. I just got up front. I'm usually leaving out of here about this time, but that's a good thing. Another solid thing about this account is we're not as there. We don't have to be there to pick up at a certain time. The important thing is we're on site before they stop working for the day at 3 p.m. That's the most important thing. So I don't have to be there at like 9 or 10 to 9 or 8 o'clock or whatever. I think the latest I've been has been like 10. I hope I get moving before then. I've just got to get my giddy up getting, you hear me? But anyhow, let me get out. I'm up front. Let me get out, walk around the truck, do a pre-trip, get a little bit of movement in me, get some movement going, go inside, figure out what's for breakfast, and you know what I might even do? I might even just set at Denny's. I might just have an actual breakfast this morning. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for being here, y'all. Let's see what the trucker world has in store for us today, shall we? Oof. Feeling pretty rough. Alright, so I just looked down a few minutes ago and I noticed that my check engine light and my meal light are both on. If you don't know the difference, the meal light is the same image as the check engine light, but it doesn't have the word check on it. It's just an engine light that's on. The check engine light, again, same light, but it's got the word check over it. So, yes, I went to the tools diagnostic menu, and I see it goes like 23. A list of 23 systems in there, and this one's particularly under the MCM. It says electrical fault found, electrical problem detected, or some shit. So I'm like, okay, well, I do remember when I talked to Freightliner about getting into the shop there, and they told me, I asked if there was any recalls. There is a recall on the MCM to have the MCM reprogrammed on this truck. So I mean, I'm still rolling, I'm not spitting, I don't feel like anything is amiss, but electrical, man, I hate even just seeing a problem with electrical. So, I'm about 3 miles from picking up the warehouse. I'm gonna turn the main power off for a minute or two, and turn it back on and see if we can't get it to reset, and go from there. So I guess what I might do is after the day is tell Chris to not put me on a run tomorrow, just because I should go ahead and go get put in the shop. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see how it works out. I was planning on doing it probably this weekend or next week and going in there anyway, because I want to get overhead done and overall general inspection and just kind of look at everything, from a professional standpoint, and just overall health condition of Big Blue, right? So I called him and I got a quote that's about $1,200 for everything that I mentioned to him to have done. So, and it's first come, first serve. You don't schedule to get there. They're a 24-hour operation, but overnights and weekends, of course, there's less manpower. Because when I talked to him, I don't know, it was middle of the afternoon. He said, like, for example, right now I got 60 guys here, but overnights and weekends might have 10, so they'll get to you when they get to you. Like, yeah, okay. So, I wonder if I get in there tomorrow. Probably be better off or quicker, because I was basically like, well, so you're saying I got to make sure that whatever time I pick or whenever I decide to show up, I get lucky and not choose a time where it's busy as shit. He said, exactly. His name was Chaz, too. Chaz. was like, that's an awesome name. I hear Chaz, I'm thinking surfer dude, California, you know, blonde hair, all that crap, but I don't know. But anyhow, I don't know. I got lights on my dash and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. 1.1 miles from my exit. Let's get these solar panels. All right, so I went into the thing again and it showed me the code of 30. Hang on, I'll bring it back up. Something or other, 36.6. Oh shit! Now there's a second one. Shit, what's the second one? 36.664. 36.64 with a 5 is something to do with turbo air intake. And I'm pretty sure that filter is just clogged as fuck because we're doing daily. But now what's this? This new one. The first one is in blue. Now this one's in white. Freightliner code 1328. But it has an 11 after it, so 11. What is this? Typically indicates a problem with the exhaust gas recirculation, EGR temperature sensor. This code points to a fault within. Faulty EGR temperature sensor. Yeah, and if you put in 3664 on its own, let's say Freightliner code 3664, not 5 but 4, it says can refer to a few different issues depending on the engine model. DD15, it typically indicates a turbocharger boost pressure sensor fault. And then when I put the comma 5 after that, a turbo boost pressure sensor. Okay, at first it was talking about DEF temperature sensors or whatever. So 30. Okay, so I'm pretty sure the air filter is going to control that one. But what was this other one? 1328. That one's a dash 11. Let's do it without the dash. Indicates an engine misfire, specifically rated to cylinder 6. I do feel the engine running a little rough. This is particularly for engine cylinder 6. Issue with the fuel injector or circulatory to the 6 cylinder. EGR. Alright, you know what? If this truck will last the day, I gotta get in the Freightliner tomorrow. I don't know. How severe is this? We're gonna drive. And we're just gonna go. We're gonna go. Alright, so I called the Southern Tire Mart there at the Flying J Park. They said the computer says we have one in stock, but we're not gonna be able to guarantee it till you get here. I was like, ugh. He's like, well, you gotta see it to make sure everything matches up. Okay, well. So then I called SFI. I was like, listen, I asked him the option. He's like, about $130, and I'm like, okay. And I called SFI, and I said, you know, you gotta get approval for payment and all that. I was like, listen, instead of just, I said, let's go ahead and get approval for a couple $100. That should cover the cost of installing all that. But can you just send me the email with the PO number, and then I will send it, then I'll give it to them once the job's completed? I was like, because I feel like when you send the shop or whatever, and approval up to amount, they're going to do everything they can to get all that. And I was like, I'll give them the PO number once the final number's exhausted. He said, well, they shouldn't do that. They shouldn't be doing that. I was like, well, there's a lot of shouldn'ts in this world. There, Mr. SFI maintenance guy, is one, we shouldn't have to get charged for parking everywhere we fucking park. 2, I shouldn't have to be making this phone call to use money in my maintenance account to get work done that needs to be done on the truck. So there's all kind of shouldn'ts in the world there, buddy. Yeah, he didn't like that. So anyhow, I'm heading over there because I have no power. I have 0 power. And now there's another code. You know, the last one, a new one I mentioned to you, it was about the the number 6 fuel injector or whatever. Now there's another code, another fault code about def valve opener or some shit. I'm pretty sure one thing is leading to the other. I mean, I'm just thinking in my head is getting this air filter switched, or is the air intake sensor or whatever it is. It may not even be the filter, it may just be the sensor. But I looked at the filter and it's not blue no more. So it needs to change. I know that much, but I'm hoping that's all it is. And once we clear the air intake, I need to see if they have a cab filter too, or a cabin filter too for the external one. And everything else just kind of falls back into place. So I feel like if the air intake is struggling, and you have no power, then it's probably the fuel system is like, hey, what's wrong? We're not spitting as much fuel as we should be, so all of a sudden there's a fault there. And then now, like, the DEF's not going to be opening the valve as much because it doesn't feel like it needs to because of the... I feel like one thing is a daisy chain for all the other things. I'm not a mechanic by any means necessary. No meanings, any means. I'm no mechanic. But I try to use logic and make sense in my head. Maybe I'm wrong with all that stuff. Maybe they're all independent problems that's just happening all at the same damn time. But yeah, we are 15 miles from there. I asked him, I said, "Are you busy? Are you wide open? Like, can you get me down real quick?" So I'm like, I can't drive this all the way up there. Like, I can't have Blue struggling as much as he is. So he's like, "Oh, we're ready. We're ready for you." I was like, "I'll be there in about 30 minutes." And by the time I get there, it'll be about 30 minutes. So hopefully this the engine air filter, not just standard, just the engine block filter, the big one up top. Hopefully this solves the issues that I'm having. I'm definitely gonna get him a bath. He needs a bath. This is him telling me, "Stop it! too crap." This is also a sign. I'm thinking this is an OTR truck. It's not meant to be off-road, right? So maybe it's Blue saying, "Hey, I don't like being back here, but you know what, Blue? It's easier days for us, buddy. Yes, you got to scream for a couple hundred miles because you're heavy as shit, but on the way back, it's easy peasy, and we're making good money, and we're not working nowhere near as hard. There's no stress about the load boards." So if we can just if this air filter will kind of fix this initial issues, we'll get him in the Freightliner as soon as we can and get the overhaul work done. Because I called Chris, I called my agent and like, "Listen, I'm having problems. I'm going to run this trip, but I may have to just drop tomorrow's load and put him in the shop and get him serviced." I mean, he's not ready for a PM. He's about 10,000 miles still away from a PM. We did the last one at 140. We're at 161, so we're about 9,000 miles away from a PM. But we might just go ahead and give him one just for shits and giggles. But I'll tell you what, looking down and seeing that check engine light and the mill light on at the same time aggravates the piss out of me. What else? Now, if I would have made this decision before I'd have passed the intersection, I'd been closer by now. But because I would have went straight up 69 versus getting all the way to 45. But whatever. I took 45 up, and I'm taking 99 across, which is a toll road. Not a very expensive toll road, but still, it's a toll road nonetheless. Just so I can get there quicker. But we gotta get north. We gotta get this delivered. I probably won't be there till about 2 or 3 o'clock today. Alright, well, let's just hope this works out for us. Well, that's a nada. We went to take it out, and the one they had in stock is not even the right size, so don't fit. And we took it out like, well, that's not even that bad. So, since the one they didn't have the one I needed, so I was like, go ahead and we'll put that old one back in. I did go ahead and change the cabin filter though, but that's not the problem at all. I got bigger problems. I'm gonna have to get this thing to Freightliner, but I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna go, cause it's like blah 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 blah. It's like rough idling, rough running. Listen, I'm a big boy. I'm coming out in front of y'all. Can you hear that? I have like no power, no turbo. So I don't know if it's a sensor or what the hell it is, because it does say when in those codes explanations, like on Google, it talks about sensors and shit. I don't know what the deal is. I am no mechanic, but we got a new cabin filter. That's crazy. Let me get this load delivered, or am I going to end up on the side of the road? That's the question. That's what I'm worried about. Hey, there's that water park. There should be a Love's right here. I wish there was a Love's right here. A big ass Love. Oh, this place is called Big Rivers. Wish me luck, y'all. Alright, so welcome. We are at the Houston Freightliner. Not Houston North Freightliner. We are at the Freightliner of Houston. If you go to the Freightliner North, the Freightliner north of Houston is just a, and I quote, rinky-dink parts shop. So when you come into Houston Freightliner, you're going to see signs and service roundabouts and all that. It tells you which way to go and all that good stuff. When you first come in the entrance, to the left you'll see a drop lot, and it has a sign that says, hey, drop yard. But nowhere does it say trucks cannot bring trailers into the service area. Drop your trailer first. So when you get to the guard shack, they tell you then, hey, you can't bring your trailer in here. I'm like, well, I was looking at the signs, I was reading and all that crap, and I was like, nothing said. He's like, I'm telling you. She's like, I got you, sweetheart, I'm telling you. See, like if you look to the, well, you can't see it, but a trailer drop off and undecking is the title of that yard to the left. When you come in right there, you make a right, you go and drop your trailer first if you have to come here, and then you go over here. And it's got 3 lanes, but only one's allowed being used. So once you get through here, apparently we go to the right and we go under another canopy. There'll be another guard shack, and they'll take care of us there. So let's see how long this takes us. Hopefully we have a simple fix and everything goes gravy. Here's to hoping. All right, it is now 5:36 in the PM. 5 hours and 40 minutes after getting here. I'm leaving. I'm back in the truck of the Houston Freightliner. It ended up being warranty work. Failed injector. Let's see if my codes are. Because I feel like that was a afterthought. No more than the MCM. Okay. So would that injector cause the whole thing? If that was the case, then why would Google? Whatever. So. Failed injector. So drove into the shop, connected computer, found active code for injector, cylinder, 6 spill control valve, circuit open, blah, 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 blah. 36645, okay. Open hood, disconnected the rear injector harness, performed resistance test across pins. Found pin 5 to pin 12 for injector 6 is out of spec. Disconnected batteries and removed air filter housing. Removed valve cover. Oh. Removed both front and rear injector harnesses. Performed resistance test on injector number 6 and found injector is out of spec. Unit will need fuel injector replaced. Installed new injector and torque to spec. Installed new fuel injector feed lines with a new seal. Torque fuel feed line. Reinstalled all removed components. Torque valve cover. Reconnected batteries. Programmed new injector code for cylinder 6. Prime fuel system and started units. Steam, clean, repaired area, parked unit, job complete. And this is a warranty job, so there's no charge for none of this. There is a so there's a recall in here, which is the S-bar fuel stand pipe weld. I don't care about that right now. I'll do that when I do my regular maintenance. And it says customer declined that repair. So, okay, yes. And the MCM update reprogramming recall. They say when they hook it to the system, they automatically got to update the software anyway. So that's technically doing the recall work without doing the recall work. It's just automatic. So that's done. Now I got to go back and pick up my trailer, and my plan, even though I couldn't call nobody to confirm it, is to go up there tonight, be on site 7 a.m., get unloaded first, and hopefully quick get back to Houston to pick up Friday's regular load and shoot back up there to possibly deliver tomorrow or Saturday. We'll see. But first things first. Let's get to the drop lot and pick up our damn trailer. Oh, how do I get out of here? I hope no one mistake my McKinney trailer for somebody for their McKinney trailer. There I am, right between CR England and CRST. A couple of raunchy coochie ranchers. Yeah, nice bump. Nice hit, nice lock. Oh yeah, Blue's got his power back. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm 77,000 pounds, so I'm not like burning I'm not burning rubber or anything like that. But you can definitely feel he's got acceleration back. And after about a mile, I have no codes. So far so good. But we are going all the way, like I said, all the way to the 227, which is the exit we get off to go. But there's a pilot right there. I'm hoping by the time I get there, in about 3 hours, which will be like 9 p.m., hoping there's a place I can park. But if not, maybe I'll risk it for a biscuit and go park on site, even though it specifically says no parking, and there is a gate there, so probably have it shut. So there is a little It's called a rest area, but it's a little park off in that area too. So we'll see. We'll figure it out. All right, so we're up here about 15 miles from where we're going to get fuel in Buffalo, Texas. We are 84 miles from where we got it delivered in the morning. Now, I noticed when I got in the truck that my fuel gauge was about an eighth of a tank lower than it was when they took it in. I'm like, I'm wondering what the hell they did with my fuel, but whatever. I was just thinking though, man, where I was in there for 6 hours, right? I think, and honestly, I think this is my first time having to go to it. Well, no, I went to Stoops when I had my hood replaced, but I didn't have to stay there, but because I went to a hotel. But I did go inside. They didn't have any of the crap that I saw here. So at the Houston dealership, they have a full cafeteria. They got a whole freaking storefront to shop in. They got plenty of like couches and chairs and shit for you to get comfortable and sit down. They got a whole restaurant dining area. They have another driver room with TVs and such all throughout the place. And they have a freaking movie theater. A literal movie theater in there. It's like 18 seats or something. So I feel like if you go into a dealership or something like that and it's got all those amenities for you, you're going to be there a while. And it's first come, first serve. You can't schedule an appointment there. So, in my total, I was there 6 hours and they weren't even busy. At least the lot didn't look busy. And then they'd take your daggone truck out the back and put you in the back light. You got to walk back in the front after you go to the back side, and you check out with the cashier back there if you got to pay anything. You got to walk back to the front where you check in, and one of those people up there will give you a ride on the freaking golf cart back to where they tell you where your truck's parked, and so forth. Then when you get back here, he's like, I can't leave you until you start it up. I got to make sure it starts up. Because, if it doesn't, he don't want to let me strain it back there. So, obviously, that's happened before in the past. So, they're like, okay, start her up before I leave you. So, I don't know, man. It's just like, do all dealerships have that stuff? And if they do, have they all taken that long? Or do they just do that? Do they supply that shit because they know it's going to take that long? And you don't know. And I got there at noon. I didn't leave till 6. So, And right now it's 8:07 in the PM, and where I'm going is still about another. Who's that? My watch will tell me it's Tommy. No. Yes, I don't know. Shit. Yeah, it's Mr. Price, my buddy. Yes, I don't know. It was just crazy to me, but I do got to get fuel sooner than I thought I was going to have to get fuel, but. Whatever, and I might wind up staying here in Buffalo because Buffalo, again, I'm 12 miles from there. That'll put me exactly 1 hour away. So if there's parking here in Buffalo, I'll stay in Buffalo. And so I'll be there in about 10 minutes. That'll be 8:10 or 8:20. I get up and get back on duty at 6:20. And I could be there by 7:20. So that's kind of the idea. Like I said, nobody there knows I'm going to be there that early, but that's my plan. I'm sticking to it. And I'm like, yo, I'm here. Let's get yesterday's load delivered so I can go back and get today's proper load and get my trailer back. And like I said, worst case scenario, if I cannot get that back, possibly deliver it Saturday morning. So we'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and say good night. And I've been an asshole all day. I was talking to my buddy earlier, Ronnie. I was like, man, I just been a prick today. It's a bad day. I'm being a prick to the wrong people. I don't need to be a prick. I'm trying, and I feel myself, but I'm trying to hold it back, and not be so short-tempered with these people that it's not their fault. It's not their fault. But I was like, I'm just saying smart-ass shit, and I'm like, and just aggravated with the stupidity of the situation. Oh, well. But I'm going to go ahead and call it. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me and along with my journey, and today, for that matter. And I'm going to stop another 9 miles of this pilot in Buffalo, Texas. Hope there's parking, and call it a night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I would go ahead and finish this load out in the morning with you, but I won't have time to do the vlog. So I'm going to go ahead and park, edit this thing, and get it out. So, Thank you guys. I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning.